Mission log 120116. Captain Risto, the PR-03. Current mission, reach the black hole in an effort to find the Foundation 1.1 dimensions. When I last reported, pirates had forced me back onto the planet Chos-Hunamonic Dis. I stayed completely grounded for 34 hours, 26 minutes, and during that time I discovered another Korvax plaque, one placed differently than the others. The legacy of Ikea Taploni. It spoke of Atlas nonsense, knowledge paving the way to understanding of probability, the Atlas using their interfaces as their shadows, that the monoliths are Atlas's scattered children conveying wisdom of the infinite. Even for an ancient power, that's pretty convoluted. I was also forced to spend a night at yet another infested, abandoned building, this time at the Ukcherv. Recently it seemed as if all the buildings were infested. I've been to so many in the passing months that the fungal deposits were clogging my exosuit's vents. I must have cleaned my filters 100 times. I'm starting to feel the infection was inside of me. Probably shouldn't be sleeping near all this shit. But after all those hours had passed, there was no way the pirates would still be waiting. Surely they assumed I was dead by now, so I left. Alright, Rasamama, I'm gonna hold tight to the atmosphere for a little bit, just in case pirates show back up. Okay, initiate warp. What? No cells. Damn it. So I stopped by the Korvax space station, sold Subthamian 9 while unloading a couple Gravitino balls to the Galactic Trade Terminal. Cargo was too hot with that many balls on board, yet I still couldn't afford a warp cell, so I would need to mine. Next stop, Ovoulya. Heading into the atmosphere. Whoa, blue on blue is actually breathtaking. It was a forest planet with mild rain, but the initial beauty wore off quickly as scans provided nothing of use for my journey to the black hole. And before I knew it, dark red night had fallen, so I landed at the first place I could find. The Palakawa Outlook Observatory at Icross Crossing, which provided nothing more than shelter and some quick shut-eye before dusting off the multi-tool. Can't say I hate to mine and run. See you later, you mechanical bastards. Of course, I found time for sightseeing. By now, you know I'm a sucker for ruins, but it seems every time I get near one, a storm comes around out of nowhere. I thought the forecast was for mild rain. The ruins of Amasagam offered more Atlas pretentiousness. It was about the interfaces drifting alone in the endless void, silently, fragments of an ancient whole, their imprint on time and space molding our existence. Quote, they are the equation, and life is its answer. The intern must have wrote this philosophical passage. Yet, I found myself entranced, stuck there pondering existence. Did I really need purpose? Could I just stay here and enjoy the blue? And just get your mind back on the black hole, leaving Ovoulya. Next was Ovoulya Ceygni, an irradiated rock of decay where I found a well-hidden beacon. Alright, I'm scoping things out. Set video to record. Looks like a trap. I'm going in. Whoa, 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 whoa! Whew, too hard on the landing. Activate. The beacon found an advanced lifeform reading at Gadak Badlands Shelter, so I checked it out. I wouldn't call scientist entity O's advanced, but he called me a traveler of the Atlas, which I found slightly insulting. He was a little bit broken with his wires dangling, desiring a handshake, and at the cost of my comfort, I absorbed the shock with a firm grip. In return, he gave me a radiation protection unit. Thanks, that'll come in handy, if I can find a slot for it. Shockingly, he appreciated the sarcasm as we conversed throughout the night, while outside the island's flora ejaculated radiation. On the next day, I began to mine again. Scans are showing something just ahead. Holy shit! Has this monolith been buried, or do the ancients just like to hide stuff on this planet? The ruin was the memories of Niak-Tutu. It spoke of the monoliths of the Atlas waking the civilizations of the outer edge, and their presence filling them with a desire for knowledge. Empires were born and then fell silent. An unquantifiable eternity has passed since that waking. And so now I stand here wondering if I am one of those outer edge beings. For no logic would explain the risk I take to engage these monoliths and plaques. Looking down, I consider giving up. Who cares about the other dimensions? Who cares about this black hole? Who cares